Let's hear it for Sean Perkinson and Alan Wyatt. They were our entertainment tonight. Can you guys hear me in the back? They told me to speak up, so I'm going to speak up a little bit. Again, welcome everyone. We are happy to welcome you to our 99th annual meeting. And we hope if you're still eating, I know some of y'all just got your meal, so continue to eat. But we're going to go ahead and get the program started. We'd also like to thank once again, let's give a round of applause to the Pie Center for being our host. And to Impressions Catering for our meal, this wonderful meal. Let's thank them. And then once again to Sean and Alan, thank you again for your entertainment. It was wonderful. Thank you. I get to thank a lot of people, so I'll just go ahead and start. I first want to recognize our Chairman's Council Premier members. They are Southern Heritage Bank, Lee University, Bradley Medical Center, and Vacher Charleston for their leadership and support. Thank you. We couldn't do it without you. On behalf of the Chamber staff, I would also like to thank our sponsors for the event tonight. Our presenting sponsor is Chattanooga Gas, sitting right here. Thank you, Chattanooga Gas. Our supporting sponsors are Best Buy Metals, Bradley Medical Center, Erlanger Health System, and Impressions Catering. Let's give them a round of applause. And also at our event sponsor level, we have Cleveland Family YMCA, Primary Care Associates, Food City, Insurance Incorporated, Lee University, Volunteer Electric Cooperative, Vacher Charleston, and Wright Brothers Construction Company. Let's thank them, please. At this time, I would like to recognize our chamber staff, and as I call your name, please stand. First, we have Lisa Fain, who is Vice President of Operations. Aaron Weatherford, stand back up. I just let him sit down. Aaron Weatherford, Director of Marketing and Communications. Tammy Randolph, in the back. Director of Investor Development. Danielle Seals, Director of Workforce Development. There's Danielle. And I guess the coordinator of this whole event, Melissa Skinner, our Executive Administrative Assistant. So we have a really nice opportunity tonight to recognize two of our staff. And the first one, we're going to recognize Doug Berry. And Doug, who is our Vice President of Economic Development, who has completed 15 years of service to our organization. We want to ask Doug to come up, and we've got a little plaque for him. Congratulations, Doug.
Thanks for keeping me around. Appreciate it.
Do you want to say anything? Okay. All right. Thank you, Doug. Our next service award, we're going to present to a staff member that started out the chamber when she was just a child. Melissa Woody started her career at the chamber in 1999. Where are you, Melissa? Okay, I see. Chamber in 1999. She has served the organization well over the span of 25 years. Her notable accomplishments, and this is a lot, everybody listen to all this, include she established a dedicated website for visit clevelandtennessee.com, the development of the Hiwassee River Heritage Center and Trail of Tears tribute, placing Charleston on the National Park Service Historic Trail of Tears, total renovation and redirection of Red Clay State Park's exhibit and film in support of development projects, sponsoring tree carving, blacksmith shop, and several events. She helped create the Redback Hymnal exhibit at the Museum Center at Five Points, placing Cleveland on Tennessee music pathways. The Thriving Communities Initiative, workshop conducted by Thrive Regional Partnership in Southeast Development District, Tennessee Arts Commission, and the Lyndhurst Foundation. This exercise established a short-term project of creating back alley galleries and a long-term goal of developing an arts district. And this project also helped us start a relationship with Lyndhurst. Got a bunch more. She also coordinates and runs the Tennessee Songwriters Week qualifying round. She created the International Cowpea Festival, which is the only source of sustainable funding for the Heritage Center. So not only did she create the Heritage Center, she created an event to help support it, and it funds it throughout the year. More recently, she's created the Hot Slaw and Art Y'all, which helps funding public art projects. Carols in the City, Main Street Cleveland, now part of an extended event, which is Christmas on the Square. BMX track improvements, working with Bradley BMX on a quest towards creating a national race host site. This is just an example of the work Melissa has dedicated her career to. The Chamber is very proud to celebrate 25 years with Melissa Woody, Vice President of Tourism Development. Would she please come to the stage? And I know this is dangerous, but I'm going to hand her the microphone in a second.
My word. Oh, my gosh. Well, that's super sweet. Oh, my word. Where'd all those pictures come from? Oh, wow. Well, how nice. Well, I'll keep it short and just say that the work at the Chamber and the opportunity to be there and impact my community is the honor of my life. And I hope that they'll let me continue it for many years to come. To have a meaningful reason to go to work every day is a huge blessing. And when Carmen did the prayer and said Colossians 3:23, that is my career verse, to do everything that I do to the glory of God and not to any of you. But that's a bonus. But if I can do the work the hard work that pleases my Lord, then that is all that I need. So thank y'all. Thank you, Mike.
Melissa, we love you, and we're so glad you're on our staff. I've heard this said many times, but she is the face of the Chamber. So let's one more round of applause. We would also like to recognize any dignitaries in the crowd tonight. So if you're an elected official, I've seen some city council members, I've seen county commissioners, some school board members. If you would stand, please, and be recognized. Donna Simpson standing. Thank you for being here and supporting us tonight. So now, I would like to ask our 2024 Chairman of the Board, Brittany Katz, with Terra Running Company and Cleveland Coffee and Market, to come to the podium.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Mike, before you go far, I would like to ask Mike to come back to the stage. Mike has completed 5 years of service to the Chamber, and it's my honor to present him with his service award. Thank you. Appreciate you. My name is Brittany Katz, and I was honored to serve as Chairman of the Board of the Chamber for 2024. As chairman, I got a front row seat to all that the chamber has accomplished this year. Behind every impressive statistic that I will read you is a host of programs, connections, and Hardwick County announced more new jobs than any other county in the state of Tennessee. A total of 2,067 new jobs were committed by 10 new and existing companies. Local tourism growth saw a 3.4% increase over the previous year. $184.7 million were spent in visitor spending, which generated $18.4 million in state and local taxes. This equates to $447 in tax savings for every local household. USA Today ranked Cleveland as the third best city in Tennessee to live, behind Johnson City and Kingsport and ahead of Knoxville and Chattanooga. There were 21 graduates from the Leadership Cleveland program and 23 youth leadership graduates. 700 local high school seniors participated in mock interviews with over 100 community volunteers. 122 high school juniors participated in job shadowing with local business and industry. We welcomed 89 new members into the chamber, reflecting $43,295 in new member income. And finally, we celebrated 44 ribbon cuttings, highlighting many, many new investments in the community. Next, I want to thank the following 2024 officers for their leadership this year. Without their efforts, we could not have achieved these amazing milestones. These women and men are leaders in the community who have given of their time and efforts to support the important work of the chamber in 2024. I want to thank these community leaders for making time for the integral work of the chamber. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Please stand when I call your name. Chairman-elect Brian Workman, Bender Realty. President and CEO Mike Griffin. Vice Chairman for Community Development, Greg Calfee Builders. Immediate past Chairman, Brad Benton, Baskin-Robbins. Vice Chairman for Economic Development, Bob McIntyre, Insurance Incorporated. Vice Chairman for Public Affairs, Lyle Swartzel, Farmers Union Mutual Fire Insurance Company. Vice Chairman for Investor Development and Communications and Marketing, Pam Nelson, Insurance Incorporated. And Vice Chairman for Tourism Development, Stephanie Linkus, United Way of the Ocoee region. Next, I'd like to introduce these directors in attendance who served on the board in 2024 and will continue their terms on the board in 2025. Please stand as I call your name and hold your applause till the end. Mayor Kevin Brooks, City of Cleveland. Mayor Gary Davis, Bradley County. Ben Berry, Berry Engineers. Keisha Parks, Cleveland Bradley County Public Library. Brad Moffitt, Reverb. Chris Beckstrand, Avail Senior Living. Joelle Cavett, Wright Brothers Construction. Bradley Hudson, Edward Jones. Andrew Dinsmore, Publix. John Squires, Cleveland State Community College. Brittany Cannon, Pi Innovation Center. Jim Tharp, Walker Charleston. And Stephanie Cook, Lake Ocoee Inn. Thank you. And finally, we have 3 members who are completing their terms on the board. I'd like to ask the following to please come to the stage. Jason Corley, Duracell. Laurie McNulty, Logan Thompson, PC. And Cameron Fitcher, Church of God International Offices. Yeah. I know. There you go. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Thank you. And at this time, I'd like to ask Steve Hartline to come to the stage for the Varnell Award presentation.
Please be seated. Really? Thank you, you ingrates. Good evening. Thank you very much. Well, we are here to present the Robert W. Varnell Leadership Award, and I won this last year, but tonight is all about my friend Barry Ray. Give him a big hand, would you? Where is Barry? Hello, Barry. Now, look, Barry is a dear friend of mine. He's a good man. Well, not yet, Barry. Hang on, Barry. Hang on. No. Barry, you can't get so excited, okay? But Barry, look, and here's the deal. This is all about you tonight. But this is a unique opportunity for me, okay? I would like to continue my victory address from last year, if you don't mind. Is that okay with you? I got about 20 minutes. I'll be in and out. Take yours, too. All right. All right, well, let's get serious for a second. All right, this is the Robert W. Varnell Leadership Award. The Robert W. Varnell Jr. Leadership Award, created in 1994 to honor the memory of Robert Varnell, who was heavily involved in the chamber, and to recognize an individual who has demonstrated in 3 distinct areas: community service, religion or faith, and professional leadership. The recipient must also be a person of high moral and ethical standards. I know you're wondering how I did this last year. I am too as I read this. I've never read this before. This is good. High moral and ethical standards. And all attributes displayed by, the late, great Robert Varnell. A lot of you moved here in recent years. You did not know Robert Varnell. He was a wonderful, wonderful man. It is, well, actually, let me do this. Previous winners of the award are listed. Understand there's a slideshow going. If you're a previous recipient of the Varnell Leadership Award, please stand and be recognized. There they are. It's an honor and a privilege to present this award to a remarkable individual whose contributions to our community have been nothing short of extraordinary. Barry Ray formed Legacy Senior Living with his partner Brian Cook in 2006. They had a desire to serve the greatest generation with honor, respect, faith, and integrity. With strong ties to the Cleveland-Bradley County communities, Barry and his team chose to headquarter Legacy's executive offices here at home. Barry's previous experiences in the senior living sector include more than 15 years with Life Care Centers of America in roles ranging from Director of Accounting to Development and Construction. He left Life Care as the president of American Lifestyles. That was the original retirement division of Life Care. With service, respect, and integrity at the core of their efforts, Barry and his team were able to begin building their vision. They focused heavily on acquiring troubled assisted living communities and implementing proven strategies of success, turning them into thriving establishments that proudly served the senior community. In 2020, the pandemic truly tested the Legacy organization. Instead of leaning away from the obstacles and complications that came with the pandemic and its effects on the senior living communities, Barry leaned into the challenges and made the staff and the families that they serve a priority. Today, Legacy Senior Living has 35 assisted living communities throughout the Southeast and the Midwest, employing more than 1,500 individuals. And of the 1,500 employees, nearly 100 of them are based right here in Cleveland. Barry Barry's journey to this moment has been one of continuous service, integrity, and heart. He's quiet, yet a powerful force, and he's dedicated countless hours to his faith, not only as a devoted member of Westmore Church of God. That would explain why Pastor Page is here for the first time, but probably not the first time, I wouldn't think, but also a community leader who helps go blue wherever you are, Kelvin Page, and also a community leader who helps guide others both professionally and spiritually. Whether it's helping to develop and lead Bible study groups, serving on the global mission team, or working in the nursery, Barry Ray. Interesting. Barry has shown what it means to lead with compassion, wisdom, and humility. His faith is not just something he practices, it's something that spills over into every aspect of his life, inspiring others to do the same. Here's what lead pastor Calvin Page of Westmore Church of God said about Barry Ray. Quote, Barry served his community and church as a businessman, pastor's councilman, political advisor, mentor, coach, and a variety of other roles, all while exemplifying integrity, honesty, and fairness. End quote. In the workplace, Barry's exemplified what it means to be a true leader. He listens, he guides, he empowers those around him, and has transformed his workplace into a space where individuals feel valued, supported, and motivated to do their best work. But it's perhaps here in our community where Barry's impact is where his impact is deeply felt. Over the years, he's poured his heart and soul into countless initiatives that have touched the lives of so many. Nominator Lyle Swartzel says, quote, while Barry shies away from public recognition, his impact is evident throughout our community. His significant contributions of time and resources were instrumental in the development of the Westmore Church property on Candy's Lane, end quote. Lyle continues, quote, alongside being someone who's impacted our community through economic development, he gives and serves selflessly to ministries not just within Cleveland, but around the world. His commitment to service is a testament to his character. He served on various boards, including Lee University's business department, Tennessee Faith-Based and Community Initiative, Tennessee Fellowship of Christian Athletes, the Missions Resource Group, the Tennessee Labor of Workforce and Development, and many others. In a world that sometimes can feel divided, Barry Ray reminds us of the power of unity, service, and faith. His ability to lead with love, inspire those around him, and make a difference in the lives of others is a shining example of what true leadership looks like. Barry and his wife Iris have 3 children, Brooke, Blake, and Christina. 10 grandchildren. It's my distinct honor to recognize and present the 2025 recipient of the Robert W. Varnell Leadership Award. Now Barry Ray. Let's give him a big hand.
The moral to the story is, have the person that wins the year before you be a radio professional. Steve, that was great. I don't know where you got all the information, but it was great. Thank you, Steve. Like I told you last week, it's big shoes to fill with you winning last year. Now I realize it's a big voice to fill. You have a great voice. Thank you, Chamber of Commerce, the nominating committee, and Lyle for your nomination. We have a vibrant chamber here that is an amazing chamber. We are members of chambers in other areas across the country, and the Cleveland Chamber is no doubt the best. I'm humbled and honored to receive this award. I didn't know Mr. Varnell, but to have an award like this named after him, and then the list of people that have won it is humbling in so many ways. I've got a lot to be thankful for. I'll start with my wife of nearly 40 years, Iris. A lot of you have seen or known of Iris and her participating and leading prayer activities and prayer events across Cleveland over the last 20 years. And that spirit of prayer has permeated our family, our business, and our marriage. Thank you, Iris, for helping me to be a better person. Steve took the thunder on the kids and the grandkids, but they've made me a better person too because we have 10 grandkids. So thank you guys for 10 grandkids. They are products of the Cleveland City School System and Lee University. Speaking of Lee University, I'll take you back for the last 40 or 45 years. I came to Cleveland from Arkansas in the late 70s. Ended up marrying Iris. She was from Atlanta. I was from Arkansas. She did not want to go to Arkansas, and I didn't want to go to Atlanta. So Cleveland was a great place to start and live and raise a family. Lee was a great experience for me. I was there 5 years, 1 year playing more than I should have, 4 years accumulating credits, studying, and finally graduating. Spiritually and relationally, it set my path. It set my life on a path that I'm forever grateful of. Our family has deep roots at Lee, as our parents were married there, actually in the Church of God Publishing House Chapel that I don't even think is open anymore. I'm thankful for my sister. We shared the same parents, Melissa Quayle, who is here with her husband Mike. We had amazing parents who taught us hard work, go to church, and give back. And I'm thankful for that. While at Lee, I started working the midnight shift, which is probably part of the reason why the grades weren't that good. At the Holiday Inn South, many of you don't even know that there was a Holiday Inn South many years ago. Exit 20. There's now a Toyota dealership there, but it was Holiday Inn South. It was the beginning of my 4 decades of working in Cleveland for companies that molded my understanding of business, customer service, treating people well, and doing the right thing. Cletus Benton owned the hotel. I heard Brad get called out a while ago. Is he here? Anyway, Brad's father. Cletus owned the hotel. Lynn Turpin was over the hotels. And Benny Sellers and Barry Turpin were the local managers. I'm grateful for these early influences in my career, starting my career in Cleveland. After leaving the hotel after 9 years, in 1988, I was fortunate to begin a 14-year career. He said 15, it was close to 15, but 14. 14-year career with Life Care Centers of America. There was a table back there of friends. It was a tremendous place to learn the senior living business, and I'm thankful for that experience. Of course, many of the same fundamentals of customer service, business, were further taught as I molded the hospitality industry into healthcare. And I thank you, Mr. Preston, and the many in the Life Care family for those 14 years. In 2002, after much prayer and encouragement, I took a leap of faith and left Life Care and went out on my own to pursue my own path in senior living. During the first few years, I was able to assist the Church of God, actually, with developing the Iris B. Vest Widows Center on the Smoky Mountain Home for Children campus, and also helping some other folks in senior care and hotels like Byron and Ken DeFore in Chattanooga. And a couple of years later, Brian Cook, Steve mentioned him earlier, also took a leap of faith, and we formed Legacy Senior Living in 2006. Brian, you're a great partner. I'm thankful for you. Your wonderful wife, Tracy. We both married up. Since the beginning, Legacy has carefully gone into towns and cities to serve families and residents, and today we operate, as Steve mentioned, nearly 35 locations in 8 states. We see Legacy as a business and a ministry. We are serving people at the end of their life, and we have an opportunity to make a difference in every day of their final days. We have chaplains in every building, and those chaplains serve as what we call the ministry of presence. That doesn't mean they're wearing their religion on their sleeve, but they're there to serve. And if you have grandparents or parents that are in that age group, there's always something to serve. and these chaplains make a huge difference. A few years ago, after much thought and prayer, and operating in other cities for over 10 years, we decided it was time to open a facility in Cleveland, and thus Legacy Village of Cleveland was born. And we have a table there of wonderful department heads. I'm so thankful for our teams here in Cleveland and elsewhere that serve with honor, respect, faith, and integrity. So I'm told the criteria for this award revolves around church, community, and business. I've talked about business community and how I got started with some very highly thought of business people in this city. But about church, Iris and I have been thankful to be members of Westmore for almost 40 years. We've been involved in various areas over that time. But Steve, I have to admit, I've not been in the nursery in a few years. But we used to. I couldn't get down like I should now. We've built lifetime relationships at Westmore. And it's been a great place to be a part of and a great place to serve. For 25 of those years, Pastor Kelvin and Debbie Page, who Steve mentioned earlier also, have been our pastors who have supported and prayed for us. I'm grateful for being a part of this amazing community called Cleveland and Bradley County. And I could go on and on about the many friends, colleagues, and business relationships that have made a difference in my life here and in Chattanooga. But what I'll end with is just thank you, Cleveland, and thank you, Chamber of Commerce.
Oh my gosh, you okay? Congratulations, Barry. Couldn't have been a better choice. Mr. Jim Workman is coming forward to present the MC Hedrick Free Enterprise Award that he was a recipient of last year. Everybody welcome Jim Workman to the stage.
I might need to stand. I need that. Okay. For sure, I need that. Thank you. I am so proud of you, Barry, and I'm so proud that you were between Steve and I. Because I don't have a radio voice or anything like that. Isaac, I'm sorry, it's just me. I'm Jim Workman with Bender Realty, and I was the recipient of this award, can you hear me now, last year, and totally shocked and very appreciative. The MC Hedrick Free Enterprise Award has been given by the Chamber since 1981. It honors a businessman or woman who's best exemplifies the concept of free enterprise system by taking the opportunities and challenges presented to them and transforming those opportunities to economic success. MC Hedrick operated the earliest grocery stores in Bradley County, eventually selling to a large chain of grocery stores in 1971. At that time, he turned his attention to a successful real estate career while remaining active in community endeavors until his death. Criteria for this award include staying power, economic success, high moral and ethics standards, growth in numbers of employees, increase in sales and/or unit volume, and evidence of contribution to aid community-oriented projects, a committee of past winners, and of the award selected of the recipient were the committee who selected it. I'll get that out in a minute. Previous award winners, I think, are on the slide. If you previously received the Hedrick Free Enterprise Award, and I think we have several, please stand to be recognized. Lee, we're glad you're here. It's my distinct honor to introduce tonight's recipient of the 2024 MC Hedrick Free Enterprise Award, Isaac Libby. A self-made entrepreneur, Isaac began his vision for business and engineering as early as 15 years old. His early career in construction exposed to the field fostered a passion for entrepreneurship and strong work ethic. He began his small business journey as a contractor. His commitment to honesty and doing things the right way led him to naming his new venture Integrity Contracting. It was not until he saw the greater need and opportunity to convert his construction experience into something greater that he built a small 15, listen to some of these numbers, 15 by 24 portable office, placed it at the front of a rented warehouse front, and just like that, Best Buy Metals was formed. His company started with a single focus of selling metal roofing. In February 2002, Isaac sold his first metal roof. Little did he know that moment would mark the beginning of what would become one of the most impactful businesses in our region. In 2007, the national division was created. With a focus on reaching new customers through online marketing, the company and its products were propelled further into Tennessee's surrounding states and nationwide. In his 22 years in business, the company has grown from a single staff member, one location, $96,000 in sales, to now standing as a powerhouse in the industry with more than 180 employees, spanning 8 divisions, locations in 4 states, and projected this year sales $64 million. Quite an achievement. All under the direction of Isaac. Nominator, and brother Joshua says Isaac has demonstrated exceptional staying power through his unwavering dedication to Best Buy Metals as the founder and visionary leader, consistently driving the company's growth and success for over 2 decades. Joshua continues the company's longevity can't get that one out. Longevity and sustained growth are a direct result of Isaac's strategic vision, strong leadership, and commitment to excellence. Isaac's entrepreneurial spirit and dedication to excellence have not only shaped the success of Best Buy Metals, but they have also helped transform the landscape of the metal roofing and building systems industry. His unwavering commitment to innovation and growth has made a lasting impact across the Southeast and beyond. But what truly sets Isaac apart is his deep-rooted commitment to giving back. Through Arms of Hope, the orphanage that he founded in Haiti, to his active involvement in Habitat for Humanity, the United Way of Ocoee Region, and countless local initiatives, Isaac leads with a heart of service. He's also made significant contributions to the communities where Best Buy Metals operates, including donating roofing materials to various projects, individuals, and needs. April, Executive Director of Street Hope, Tennessee, says, Isaac, a servant leader who is quietly, compassionately, and continuously investing in his community, both financially and through his volunteerism. I have seen firsthand his passion for protecting our most vulnerable population. Stephanie Linkus, President and CEO of the United Way of Ocoee Region, says, Isaac has cultivated a work environment that encourages both professional development and personal growth, fostering a company culture that values accountability and mutual respect. When Hurricane Helene came through, the immediately leveraged resources to send aid to his employees affected in North Carolina. His passion for giving back is evident in every project he takes on, and his influence continues to inspire others to do the same. He and his wife, Angel, have 4 children. I'll try to get it, guys. Patu, Consuela, Talia, and Sierra. Did I do it? Pretty good? They attend Walker Valley Community Church in Charleston, Tennessee. Please join me in congratulating Isaac Libby, the 2024 recipient of the MC Hedrick Free Enterprise Award, a true entrepreneur. You do. That's fine. It's an honor to meet you and get to know you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. I'll just hold this back here until you're done. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir. Wow, does that make you want to crawl under the table? Thank you, Mr. Workman, for your kind words. Thank you for the recognition. I'm truly humbled and I'm honored to receive this award. You know, while I truly appreciate the acknowledgement, when I look around, I really believe that our team deserves this honor. I'm thankful for many that are here today, our leaders over here at this table. I'm very thankful for their dedication, their hard work. It's been essential to our success, and I'm grateful for their support. Thank you. You know, I'd also like to thank my lovely wife, Angel, 20 years, and been a real, you know, in everything we do, you think that, you know, she should really be the one standing up here. There's so much behind the scenes you wouldn't even imagine that she does to help with the company and with everything that goes on. So technically, she should be up here. I want to thank her. I want to thank my family being here with me. Always just a real solid, unwavering love and support that they have. They've been my rock through this journey. I'd also I look around this room and I see so many amazing individuals, and I'm afraid if I start naming them, I'll probably still name a few, but if I miss you, it's not because they don't want me to stay up here all night, I don't believe, but there is so many amazing individuals. You know, the community, our friends, role models, people that's been an influence on my life, our customers, those that have been in and out of our facilities, the support that you all have given over the years. You know, none of this without you guys. Really just looking around, and it really does mean the world to me. It really does. I want to thank the Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Griffin, Lisa, Aaron. They come by and shock me with this surprise, and I'm not Tammy Randolph. There's many here that we've known for years, and thank you for your support. And yes, thank you, Steve Hartline. Everybody knows Steve Hartline, don't we? Been a good friend of mine for many years, and very supportive, and I appreciate him. And again, I said I wasn't going to name names, but here I go. United Way, Stephanie, thank you so much for what you do in the outreach and Habitat for Humanity's wonderful place. The Caring Place, Chris, thank you for what you do in this community. It's you know, this is what it's all about, really, right? It's not really about what we can gain for ourselves, but what we could do for others, and I want to thank you all for all that. But above all things, I really want to thank God for His kindness and for His strength and for His grace. You know, He gives us the reason for living, and I could share about that a lot longer, and I may say a few more words about that, but I was encouraged to share just a little bit of our story and where it began. I know he's already shared some for sure, but the journey, and I'll try to keep it short, give you a short version. Aaron said I had as long as I needed. He said, you got the platform, take what you need. I don't know if he really meant it, but there's one thing I learned. Next time I come back, I'm going to have shoelaces like he does, so all the glitter. But so I'll try to not be too long. But as it was mentioned, as I started out as a young man, I'm thankful for our Christian background, my parents, and as we was getting out of high school, I had an opportunity to work for a contractor, and we did that for a few years. And then whenever we graduated, went on our own. We had a handful of us, and we built a few homes, and really enjoyed that. And then I seen an opportunity. We had some friends in Florida that manufactured metal roofing, and I really was intrigued by what they did. And I said, well, that's something that I believe we really need right here in our area, and just really enjoyed that part of it. And so we started out very small, as has been mentioned, and I just rented a small place and started out. And thankfully, as
God blessed and continued to work in that area and for a couple years there. And then that one building that we're in on South Lee Highway, Mr. Hall, he decided to sell it to us. And so we bought the first half of the building. And a few years, just a little while later, we outgrew that building as we began to get more equipment. And Mr. Hall sold us the other half of the building. And it just seemed to fall into place. And thankfully, we was able to grow from there. And then in 2004, 2 years later, Angel and I got married. And that's when felt like I had a whole lot more help. At that time, we just had a few people still small, still growing. And so when I said, you know, God's protected His hand along our marriage and our way, 20 years, as we said. And to speak of Him protecting us, I do have to mention one thing because it's something I'll never forget. And it was only 3 days into our marriage. I'm not going to tell you all the details. It'd take too long. 3 days into our marriage, we was in a helicopter flying over to see a live volcano. We was in Hawaii, and we was flying over, got stuck in a storm cloud, and it began to. We realized that this was not good, and to make a long story short, the storm beat the thing to death, and we come flying down and crashed in the side of a mountain, and the helicopter was totaled out, smoking, and we climbed out of there, and later we found out, investigators said, hey, you guys should have all died. He said that normally they blow up when they land like that. And there's a lot more details to that, but I told Angel at that time, I said, if God will watch over us in our first 3 days of marriage, then we can count on Him. He'll watch over us for the rest of our life. And He has done that. He has done that, and I'm very thankful for His protection hand. And then I'm not going to share all that story, but then afterwards, we opened up Chattanooga, and then along the way, just prior to Chattanooga, we opened up the nationwide division, and there's some here that were a big part of that, and then Chattanooga a few years later. And as we began to see the opportunity arise, we reached out to Asheville, North Carolina, and then a few years after that to Greenville, South Carolina, and then to Mooresville, North Carolina, and on to Dalton, Georgia, and then Knoxville, Tennessee. And so that's to make it wrap it up pretty quick on those. And all along the way, we've seen how God's hand has been in many different things, because we could all live to provide for our families. We live, we work, and that's good. But that's not all what life's about. And all along the way, I've been thankful that God gave us opportunities to do a little bit more in different areas. And so during these years, we were able to be involved in the country of Haiti, in the orphanage, and the children's there. And that's really where our heart is. And I know it was mentioned earlier about Haiti, and really when I go back to look, I have to give all respect and for someone that was very instrumental in my life. He's not here today in this room, but Brother Larry Hamilton. He is actually, he was in Haiti for 30 years before I ever went, and he's, as Angel and I both knew him growing up as little children, gave us opportunity just to go there and showed us, and that's where it really grasped my heart. And then later on in the years went by, and we went many times, and he passed it on to our family and to Sister Julie Denton at the time, and my daughter-in-law's mother, and we could be able to continue, and the Lord worked it out that we did be able to purchase a piece of property and build a facility there, and but he was very instrumental in my life, a mentor in my life, and that's one thing I know that you guys can all say. We could all look back at individuals in our life that helps us become who we are, and for that reason, I'm very grateful. And like I said, many in this room have been that to me as well. And but God, really, when it comes down to it, I really can't take 1 ounce of credit. I really can't, because God's been merciful, and despite of my shortcomings, and as He's guided me through every step of the journey along the way, and I wish I could say I followed His guidance perfectly, but I really can't say I've done that, but I'm striving to. I'm working on it, and He's still working on me. I know many of you are saying, I sure hope He is. He's still working on me. In the times that I place things in His hands, I found it to be a much better way. And I know you guys can agree with that. I like what David said in Psalms. It says, "My flesh and my heart faileth, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever." How many believes that today? We put our trust in Him. He's the one that will take care of us. And to be honest with you, when I heard all the kind words that have been said and the accusations towards me, I had to check my pulse and see if I, possibly if I'd passed on to the next life. Because these things are normally things you hear after you're already gone, right? And, the words are all fluffed up and make it sound a lot better. But I'm really not all that. It's the people around me that help make me who I am. And we are reminded in the Bible, in the words, it says, this life is but a vapor. It's here today and gone tomorrow. It's so quick. We're not here forever. And so we have this little short space of time, and what are we going to do with it? What are we going to do with it? Because the rest of this life, eternity is much, much longer. And so if there's anything I could do that could help someone else, that's what I strive to do. And lastly, I'm going to leave you with this. The true meaning of life, and you guys live by this, I know, is found in living for God and in serving others. And I believe that's the real meaning of life. That's when you find a purpose. And again, it all goes back to God. I'm thankful once again. Thank you for the incredible honor. Thank you.
I don't know about y'all, but I think we picked a couple of pretty good winners this year. Let's give both David and Isaac another round of applause. And I think it exemplifies what they do, at the core to their families, their employees, how they look up to them, what they do, their lives, models that they've been in their church, and then we get to celebrate what they've done for this community. So thank you both very, very much, and congratulations. So this is one of my favorite parts of the evening. I would like to call Brittany Katz back up to the stage and incoming board chair, Brian Wortman. Let's give them a round of applause. This is when we pass the gavel to our new board chairman, and we actually remembered it this year. So y'all go ahead and. Then we have a couple of parting gifts. That's for you. Thank you so much for your service. Don't trip on that. Brittany has done a fantastic job. We're so happy to have her, and we're so excited about Brian and entering this year. Yeah, we are. So I'm going to hand the mic over to you. Congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
All right.
I know you're all looking at that list and noticing I'm the last name, and trust me, I want this to go faster than you do. First, I'd like to say how honored I am to be selected and serve as the chairman for the chamber, especially during our 100th year anniversary. I would like to thank my beautiful wife and my 4 wonderful kids for allowing me to have the extra time to work with the chamber staff to help make our community better. I would also like to say how special it is to serve as a chairman of an organization that my father has also served as chairman. I tried to do a little research while at the chamber one day, basically just looking at the pictures, and I think we are the second parent-child duo to serve as chairman of the board. Also, speaking of my parents, I would like to thank both my parents for their continued service to our community and for showing me the importance of serving others. And I'm sure this proves their point that, all the beatings I took actually worked. I would also lastly like to thank my Bender Realty work family, some of whom are in attendance, for allowing me to take the time away from serving them to serve in this role. Growing up in Cleveland in the 80s, you would hear a lot of discussion from your friends as they talked about and worried about their families' lives, as they would hear talks of one of the small handful of large employees in our area and as to whether they would be threats of layoffs or the plant closure. It seemed at any point a good percentage of my friends parents could be out of work and forced to relocate, as these talks always seemed to further worries about how this would affect our local other jobs and local economy as a whole. But fast forwarding today to the growth of our community, especially as guided by this wonderful organization, this is no longer the case. Yes, companies can still go through downsizing or closing, but now we have such a wide and diverse manufacturing and jobs market that we can reabsorb those jobs back into the community, and in some cases rather quickly, and not adversely affect our local economy as a whole. It has been through the tireless efforts of the Chamber staff and board, along with the EDC and IDB boards and the local and state governments, that we've been able to constantly attract new companies to our area and convince existing companies not only to stay, but in most cases expand. And it's because of this tireless work that Bradley County was recognized above all other counties in the state of Tennessee for the highest number of net new jobs in 2023. Brittany stole my thunder on that one. And when we look and compare the size of our county to the others in the state, it really start to realize how big of an accomplishment that is. And if for anybody who wants to look it up, we are ranked 13th by population. As Brittany has mentioned, we have a lot of ongoing projects that we hope to solidify in our 100th year. But the Chamber is not only limited to industrial manufacturing growth. It is through staff efforts that we continue to promote our community and our region and provide tourism opportunities for both visitors and locals alike. We also partner in education through our involvement with Cleveland City Schools and the Bradley County School System, especially the Pye Center, where we're at, as well as Lee University and Cleveland State. We continue to educate others about our community through our Chamber Leadership Program, both youth and adult, and partnering in other such adventures. If you stop and pause for a minute and realize every aspect the Chamber is involved in, from new and existing industries, tourism development, education, leadership programs, and networking events and opportunities, just to name a few, we think it's justifiable for you to look at your investment in the Chamber truly as an investment in helping, I should have memorized this, build a strong and vibrant community for generations to come. I very much look forward to continuing to work with our Chamber staff, the board, and the members to celebrate our 100th year and all the surprises that will come with it. To accomplish our goals, we need great leadership, and I want to take a moment to recognize the new officers who will be serving on the executive committee with me in 2025. Please stand and hold your applause to the end if you hear your name. President and CEO Mike Griffin. Chairman-elect Stephanie Linkus, United Way of Ocoee Region. Treasurer Ken Dew, Simmons Bank. Vice Chairman for Community Development, Greg Calfee with Greg Calfee Builders. Vice Chairman for Economic Development, Bob McIntyre with Insurance Incorporated. Vice Chairman for Public Affairs, Lyle Swartzel, Farmers Union Mutual Life Insurance Company. Vice Chairman for Tourism, Keisha Parks, Cleveland Public Library. Vice Chairman for Investor Relations and Communications and Marketing, Pam Nelson. And currently celebrating her new position, immediate past president, Brittany Katz, Terra Running Company. We have a couple new directors joining the board this year for their 3-year terms, and I would like to ask them to stand and introduce them as well. Please hold your applause until we're in. Lisa Lovelace with Bradley Medical Center. Diana Jackson with Life Bridges. Andy Baker with Southern Heritage Bank. And Shane Griffin with Lee University. And then as chairman, I have 2 one-year appointments, and those are being filled by Jeff Jones with Whirlpool Corporation and Eric Hozori with Food City. Thanks to all for their willingness to serve in the Chamber Board. And at this time, as I ask Mike Griffin to come back up to the stage, I would like to ask for one volunteer at each table to open the bottle of sparkling cider at your table and help everyone pour a glass while we get ready to toast our 100 years with Mike at the end of this upcoming video.
Good job. Very good.
The Cleveland, Bradley County, and Charleston communities that we know and love are more than dots on a map. They're more than the sum of our infrastructure, zip codes, and byways. This is where we break ground and plant our dreams. It's home to a diverse bounty of large enterprises and local entities, each rooted in a vibrant network that makes our economy fruitful and full of adventure. Between the scenic landscapes stand pillars of robust industry leaders, economic growth, and family fun. Altogether, this strong and thriving network reaps a harvest of skills, talents, and invaluable resources that makes our corner of the state truly thrive. At the Chamber, we are honored to steward an environment where businesses can reach their potential and beyond. Our unique professional ecosystem is designed to cultivate healthy economic development, strong professional partnerships, and improved quality of life for all great business ventures, families, and communities. The Chamber. Invest, connect, succeed.
Okay. So you both heard from Brittany and Brian, both talking about what we're going to continue to do. We're going to continue to strive and grow and keep making this community successful. And you know what? It's because of the membership that we're able to do that. We do that for you. So thank you for being here tonight and for being here to celebrate with us. You also heard Brian mention something about the 100th year. So again, we're celebrating our 99th year. So tonight, we're going to kick off the official year-long celebration. We're going to start celebrating tonight all the way throughout the year. And we're going to have lots of surprises coming up as well. And you're just going to keep being surprised throughout the year. But we've got many celebrations. We're going to have maybe a new look or two that you can look forward to seeing. And we want every one of you to be part of this historic year. We've got many plans headed your way, so check your inboxes, your social media, and stay connected. And I know everybody's got their toast ready, so everyone stand up, please. Raise your glass as we officially ring in our 100th year. Cheers to 100 years. Fun. It did good.
That was awesome.
Aren't your flowers pretty?
Yes.
Wasn't that
I
good?
was so shocked.
How's it? I'm glad I didn't do that. Thank you again, everyone, for coming again. Please continue to follow us and enjoy this great year at the Chamber. I would also like to say anyone who received a plaque tonight to please come forward. We're going to make a few pictures. Good night.